Welcome.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Jackson now.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Burt sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 31 yards.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So that is going to tie an NFL. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go play action now. Jackson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he's going to go down again. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite the football. These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their family.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And that last touchdown pass not only put 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game. Until today, that had never been done in NFL history. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Hey, welcome back.
plays.
And the drive was finished off on the touchdown.
Hey, thanks, Steve. Welcome back to you, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Where are you having your potato, roasted sweet potato, turkey?
Chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just
Oh, we're family.
correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there.
Good call, ref.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 29 yards.
It's hot.
Welcome. Where are you having your potato, roasted sweet potato, turkey?
Game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video.
Another good call, ref.
Elliott.
Oh, okay, D.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
National.
And he'll be stopped.
Local.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Ready, sit up. Ready, sit up.
They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent.
Another good call, ref.
The conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Ready, sit up.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Again, it's Barkley. 20. And they are going to score again.
Exploding head.
Touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Partying face. Exploding head.
Elliott.
Thank you, D.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
Support the stream. Hit the Cash App $, bake fire.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that pass broken up by Reed Blankenship.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Taking it about the 36.
Great stoppage.
And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
To the house.
Some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Great DD.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago.
Thanks, Steve.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for
What's next?
let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
I don't play another game on here
Down as this drive will start
with,
at the
with another
25-yard
team,
line.
whatever the current game is.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He'll take it at the 42. Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
See you at the next one.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Thank you, D. Appreciate you stopping by, too, as well. All right. Start off with a perfect game with Jalen, but I'll take 76% percentage. That's pretty good. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and anybody watching the replay. As always, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace.
Thanks D and everyone for watching. Like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share. Victory hand.